Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's September 1st, 2016. One of the big headlines this evening, Hurricane Hermine, which is approaching Florida, set to make landfall later today. They said earlier today it picked up enough wind speed to become a Category 1 hurricane, which is what it still is, as of the most recent reporting. What we're going to talk about in this video is the significance of the numerical structure of the hurricane scale and why the qualifying wind speeds are what they are. They're not arbitrary. The numbers come from certain places, such as the Christian Bible, which we will get to. If you're new to my channel, we talk about gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. We're going to start right here with this headline, State of Emergency, and we're going to talk about how it connects to a Hurricane 1 category and how it's also related to this emphasized phrase down here, life-threatening. Hurricane Hermine aims at Florida. State of emergency in gematria sums to 181. 181 is the 42nd prime number. And life-threatening, the emphasized phrase, sums to 153. 153 is a number that is often paired with the number 42 in this study of gematria, and we'll get to why. So remember, 181 for state of emergency, the 42nd prime, life-threatening 153, a number often paired with 42, and we'll talk about the greater significance as we move along. Where 153 is most commonly referenced to is the Bible, John 21:11. Simon Peter went up and drew the net to land full of great fishes, 153, and for all there were so many, yet was not the net broken. This is the miraculous catch from the Bible, one of Jesus' 33 miracles performed in the Bible, showing these men how to catch this large quantity of fish in spectacular fashion. In the Bible, it's known as the miraculous catch. Both the words fish and miraculous have gematria 42, and we're talking about 153 fish caught in miraculous fashion. The number 42, very significant to the Bible. The original Bibles printed were known as 42-line Bibles. The New Testament begins with the 42 generations leading up to Jesus, the first book of the Christian part of the Bible. Matthew is the first book of the New Testament, talking about the 42 generations of Jesus. Matthew equals 27 in gematria, 27 books in the New Testament. But look at this, 42-line Bibles, Freemason 42, Zionism 42, New Testament 42, New 42. Zionism is the branch of the Jewish faith that is hell-bent on world domination, world control, under their order, their tyranny. The New World Order, the Illuminati, as they're commonly referred to, that is this order. The Illuminati sums to 153. Also interesting, fish in Jewish gematria sums to 113, and 153 in Pythagorean gematria also sums to 113. 113, a very special number to the Zionists. Mainstream equals 113, dishonest 113, and Baba Kama 113a, it says a Jewish person can lie to somebody who is not Jewish. So anyhow, let's look now with these numbers in mind, some of these numbers in mind, at the qualifying wind speeds for a hurricane. I want you to notice that 74 miles per hour is the qualifying wind speed. 74 miles per hour is also 33 meters per second. You should know that Jesus and cross both have gematria of 74. Jesus crucified at age 33. Out of the 50 states in the United States of America, only one of the states sums to 74. It's the 33rd state, Oregon. Notice also 119 kilometers an hour to 153 kilometers an hour is what's within the Category 1 qualification for a hurricane. Today's hurricane is a Category 1. The headlines code out to 153, life-threatening, this connection to 42 often paired with 153. Category 1 ends at 153 kilometers an hour and begins at 119. What's interesting about 119 is all seeing eye equals 119, so the Star of David, very special number. Think about the eye of the storm, the eye of the hurricane. We very well do live at a day and age where the madmen who control this world, who've built it around us, have developed the technology to influence and create storms. The Freemasons pride themselves on being the invisible architects of society. They believe in the concept of divide and conquer and order out of chaos. We'll talk about today in chaos, destroy and rebuild. All of these destructive storms, what they bring with them are rebuilding contracts for people who get rich off the gains of those who mostly have not. Some other interesting numbers in here, there's a lot of them. The second qualifying wind speed, 96 miles per hour. If you take the divisors of 42, they sum to 96. Freemason, the small way, 42. The big way, 96. Numbers with a mathematical relationship. You see that 96 in the kilotons for also the qualifying wind speed, Category 3. Category 4, very destructive. The end wind speed, 156 miles per hour, a number that has a lot to do with destruction. False flag equals 156. When you write out 33, it sums to 156. We find these numbers paired throughout history in major acts of destruction, such as September 11th, and many of the false flag terrorism events we've been plagued by in recent years. You also see the 113 kilotons for the qualifying there. For Category 5, it's 137 kilotons, which is the 33rd prime number. So very interesting how 33 throughout, 33 meters per second for the qualifying. All of these numbers interrelated. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, 31, 32, 33, when summed together, sum to 96, Freemason 96. So look at this. There's a lot of Jesus and water miracles in the Bible, from the fish to walking on water to turning water to wine. Think about this. Qualifying wind speed 74 miles per hour. Cross equals 74. Jesus 74. Yeshua, the Greek spelling 74. Joshua, the English translation of Jesus 74. The word Messiah. Muhammad, the spiritual figure in the Quran. We just saw Muhammad Ali die at age 74 by the numbers. He died on June 3rd, 63 days before the start of the Summer Olympics. The Prophet Muhammad died at age 63. When you sum every number up to 63, it sums to 2016, like the year he passed. Gospel equals 74, the story of Jesus. Lucifer, the bringer of light, gematria of 74. A lot of parallels between Lucifer and Jesus. They share gematria. Masonic 74, the Freemasons. Jewish 74, it is the branch of the Jewish faith that once upon a time created Freemasonry. It's not that all Jewish people are bad, but there's a gang that is very evil. Occult 74, again, Oregon, only the 33rd state that sums to 74. Out of the 50 states, only 3 sum to 33. The first and last, Delaware and Hawaii, and the 6th, Massachusetts. 33 has numerology as 6. 74, a very special number to the United States of America, the nation created about the same time English was. Gematria 74, English 74, holiday 74, alphabetic order 74, Independence Day 74. It's a Christian nation. Follows the 10 Commandments. If you've never seen my work on the 10 Commandments by the numbers, James Madison, the Bill of Rights, you got to check that out. It's all by the numbers, recreations of each other. Guess very quickly I can tell you. The 10 Commandments come from the Genesis, the first book in the Old Testament. Genesis equals 33. When you write out 10 as a word, it has gematria of 39, like the 39 books in the Old Testament. James Madison, Madison equals 39. He made 39 proposals on a date with 39 numerology that became the Bill of Rights, which are 10. 39 and 10. Old Testament, a book of laws, the Bill of Rights, laws for a nation. And this entire nation, created by the numbers from this biblical structure, this is the same thing going on worldwide. It's bigger than the United States. It encompasses many other nations. This is a New World Order agenda. It encompasses so many things: science, spirituality, history, geography. Look at these words with 33 gematria. Jehovah, another translation for Jesus. Galilee equals 33. That should be up there. The Sea of Galilee said to have a 33-kilometer circumference, or maybe 33 mile. One of the two. Galilee equals 33. We can just type it in real quick so you can see this. The word fish in Pythagorean gematria, with the S exception, also sums to 33. Get the Galilee here. Galilee, where Jesus began his ministry. Yeah, I think it's a 33-mile circumference on the Sea of Galilee. But Jehovah 33, Genesis 33, Galilee 33, 33 miracles in the Bible. Fish has gematria 33. The word monsoon is truly named after Jesus Christ, so is El Nino. If you look up the history of where these words came from, they came from British professors who named them after Jesus Christ. And just think about water, Jesus, miracles. You know, some parts of the world where you live, when the water comes, it really is a miracle. And without it, there'd be no life. Brings the growth. Jehovah, monsoon, El Nino, amen, amen. The abbreviation for Oregon. The hurricane scale is called the Saffir-Simpson scale, this by-the-number scale. You think about hurricanes, they're destructive. On the periodic table, the 33rd element, arsenic, used to kill people all throughout history. Arsenic equals 33, 33 atomic number, and atomic weight of 74. AS, A is the first letter, S is the 19th, 119. Reminds of that all-seeing eye, Star of David, King James Bible, they all equal 119. Master plan equals 119. Something else that I think of. You know, there's all these parallels between Jesus Christ and the sun that gives us the day. The sun, you know. Look at this. They tell us the sun is 93 million miles away. In the occult, Saturn, which has a symbol related to crucifix, Saturn, they say, is the keeper of time. And Saturn in gematria equals 93, just like how they tell us the sun is 93 million miles away, which truly is the keeper of time, you know? The sun 100% determines what time is. The seasons. But look at this. Fisherman 93, crucifix 93, the symbol of Jesus on the cross. Saturn 93. Isn't it also very interesting? Jesus said to be a teacher and a fisherman. I always forget to tell people this, but 33 is the master teacher number. And think about that. 33, the master teacher. The word teacher has gematria of 33. Jesus, the teacher. In Jewish gematria, something else interesting. Hurricane's 426. Nature's 426. So is the cross. Very powerful symbol. The cross can be folded. Think about how the cross can be folded into a box, into a cube. Saturn also represents the cube. The cube, the crucifix, the cross. We, the people, being trapped in a box of understanding. Here's the latest headline from CNN. Evacuations ordered. Gematria of 199. That's the 46th prime number. Today, September 1st, is a date with 46 numerology. September 1st can be written 1/9. The words chaos have gematria of 46 and 19. Very much connected to today's date. A possibly destructive storm heading for Florida. We'll see if there's any damage or if it's just more fear and intimidation. We've seen that before with hurricane reporting in the past, where they say prepare for chaos and then it's relatively minor damage. But you know, even if nothing happens, there's this panic created that I guarantee you is already boosting sales at the Home Depots and the Lowe's and whatever other hardware stores are out there that are corporately owned. Fear sells. And these types of scares, they have people go out and buy mass quantities of things. Reason enough for them to scare us, even if the storm's not that bad. So that wraps it up pretty much, Truth Seeker. Hope I explained this clearly enough. If you have to deal with the storm, I hope everything goes as well as possible and you're not cleaning up a mess. I know how that can be. We've had some nasty windstorms up here that's done plenty of property damage for me, so I pity those who have to deal with the storm. I hope again, it's as minimal as possible. Until next time, Truth Seeker.